Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Last week we did a couple of streams. We got started on Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. And well, there's plenty more to discover in this particular castle. Namely, the power of anime apparently, because it's in Japan instead of the usual Transylvania setting. In general, it's very interesting, more story heavy, and I'm looking forward to exploring the rest of it. So, let me get the red screen out of the way. And I should probably turn off this amazing music as well. There you go. Oh, let's see. What happened last time? I always forget what moves I have, so I need to just briefly check. So, backdash, slide. Alright, this one. Recognize. This is the one we got last time. Recognize places in which time has been stopped. Now, I didn't get it last time, and I still don't get it, but it's probably useful. I'm guessing certain rooms we visited before will take on a new meaning as a result. I'm also guessing this guy is here again, yeah. I'm not really a fan of really big enemies that respawn like this. Guess it's not really a problem when my health isn't in a critical condition though. Should be more careful so it doesn't end up in that state, however. Okay, there we go. Took far too many hits, but he went down all the same. Okay, that's important, that I can kill him fast enough for him not to use his attack. That makes it a bit easier. See, I haven't done this for a while, but I've been trying to make more clips of my streams. It's always it's hard to say which moments are notable, and it feels very self-indulgent to start marking moments as the best moments, quote unquote. But at the same time, it is important to keep note of at least, you know, notable moments. So, I've been trying to make a few more clips of entertaining moments in the last stream. Like my reactions to the to new enemies when they appear, which is usually to fall silent and stare for a while and then run away. So yeah, I've been trying, but if anyone else wants to make clips, it's always appreciated and feel free to share them as well. But of course, it's not a requirement. It's just a nice little function. And I really still don't really like these guys. Fortunately, Mother Mary is here, speaking words of wisdom. Right, so one of the things we got hung up on last time, to put it one way. So there's a scene with a cutscene. There's an area with a cutscene, rather, where the lady gets stabbed by the... Where the lady gets stabbed by the guy. Wow, very descriptive. No, so the evil guy, Graham, I think he's called. If he isn't, then the stream title is incorrect, and that would be awkward. But yeah, he stabs her, and then runs away because I interrupted him. Alucard, pretending he's not Alucard, shows up and says she'll be fine, so... Yeah, we've seen that scene a couple of times now, because I keep dying in the area after that. Like, I was desperately struggling to find a save point there, but couldn't. So I ended up exploring a bit more eastward and finding, some sort of mausoleum or tomb. And all the enemies formed that horrible ball of corpses I had to fight. And last stream basically ended with that boss battle. Saying it out loud also helps me regain a frame of reference. So yeah, I was thinking about the game design in... Yeah, this scene exactly. We've seen it already, so I'm just gonna skip ahead while I talk a bit about the game design. So I was talking about how past games incentivize exploration by having you upgrade your character by those means. And in this game that's less a priority because rather than upgrading your character through pickups you find, you only level up, emphasizing the combat and not so much the exploration. But I got to thinking, you know, in Castlevanias, it's usually a consideration whether you want to rush through the game, like speedrun it, discovering only what's absolutely necessary. Discovering only what's necessary and getting through the game as quickly as possible, and you know, doing a completionist run. Like, there's the two fundamentally different approaches. Well, there are people who will do both if they're really big fans. Most people will opt for one. They will either try to get through the game as fast as they can, or you know, this is exactly the same thing that happened last time. I got absolutely spammed to death in this room. Oh hey, a warp! I was this close to a warp, huh? That's kind of surprising. But also nice. Because now we get to hear this music again. We can also talk to the weird soldier shopkeeper guy again. Drill Sergeant Nasty. Oh, and we probably need to buy some more potions as well. She okay? I don't know. She's been wounded pretty badly. The medicine I have won't help much. Hope she'll be alright. Yeah, me too. Know why I say that? Because she's my type. Again, this dialogue is something. ... There are some decent items in here, but... Right, the gold plate. That would probably be a good place to... That would probably be a good item if we wanted to focus purely on defense. We don't have the money for it now. Hi, Invader Tech. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Oh, now there are... two.
Okay.
I wonder if Yoko will be alright. Do you know Yoko? Yeah, she's been coming to my house since I was very young. We're only just now finding out about this. Because I'm an only child, she's been like a big sister to me. I see. Did Arikado bring her here? Yes, he did. Then I'm sure she's okay. He said not to worry about her. He was confident he could save her, that's why he brought her here. If you say that she'll be fine, I believe you. I know this is tough for you, but hang in there. Okay, leave it to me. I wonder if she'll ever regain consciousness. That's kind of a foreboding thing to say.
Hm.
Seems like she's just getting worse and worse. What have I found out story-wise? Dracula's castle has been sealed inside an eclipse. I am a random kiddo from Japan who has the ability to control monsters. And I'm here with my girlfriend, and also Alucard is here pretending to be Japanese. And he brought the lady Yoko with him. I don't know who she is. But the other guy, Arigato, I think, is definitely Alucard. Yoko said as much. Let's see, the Graham guy is going to inherit the power of Dracula, or so he thinks. He was hoping I would figure it out. He didn't even try to hide it. Yep. But they basically spell it out for people who haven't figured it out. They just have Yoko misspeak and call him Alucard anyway. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a very big twist. It was probably more obvious to Japanese players, yeah. It's interesting how things can become more or less obvious depending on the translation, right? It makes me that makes me think of a completely random other example, but so you've got the game series Danganronpa, right? Sort of a murder mystery series. I won't go into spoilers or anything, but the first murder has someone writing a name on the wall upside down, and everyone in the cast thinks it's it's numbers instead of letters, because it's English, so they don't recognize it. But if you're an English speaker, you would see the letters right away. Like, from a Japanese person's perspective, it would make more sense if the writing were actually numbers and not letters, because why would another Japanese person start writing English on the wall? But yeah, that is an interesting thing. Did I just save the game or not? I completely spaced out. Yeah, that's one of those things where it actually became easier to figure out outside of Japan. Of course, if you did the reverse, we could never figure it out. Like if you wrote a name on the wall in Japanese and then exported it the same way. Which would be... Oh hey, another merman. Yeah, I saw one person playing the game who got excessively frustrated with it because it was so obvious to him. And I kinda get that. He felt like the game was kind of underestimating his intelligence. Because it's just the word upside down, right? But, yeah. Regional differences can be such a strange thing, can't they? Bilingual bonus, right, yeah. Alright, let's explore this area further. Now we have a nice connecting point back through the head of Satan for some reason. I find it kind of weird that the save points are these beautiful images of, you know, not necessarily the Mother Mary, I just think it's funny to call it that, but at least a saint. And then the teleporter is like almost satanic looking. I'm guessing this might... Maybe I'm looking way too deep into it, because that's what I do, but maybe this is a way for us to see the main character here as someone who keeps getting hit by the same enemy. Wow. See the main character here as someone who is in tune with both the holy and the unholy. Because he does control monsters. Like he gets the souls of monsters to do his bidding, so... Like they said, like it's not evil, but it is a dark power, so... By the way, I wanna give a shout out to this turning animation they do. Now that is some beautiful turning. You know, it would be easier if this guy were gone, thank you. You know, his voice sounds way more aggressive than his personality is in the cutscenes. Well, that wasn't worth the effort at all. Okay, so these guys, the beam skeletons, have been a huge issue. They're a bit too powerful for me, almost. A were tiger now. Was this a magic carpet? Killer mantle. Okay, then. We might need a better jump to get up there. Oh, hey. It's always such a relief to find a save point, and I always say that because it's true. Last stream would have looked very different if I had made it to that save point. You know, I don't know what these doors lead to, but they're very ominous and different from all the other doors I've seen so far. Is this like the arena in the... Really? Okay, once we get a moment, I'm gonna have a proper laugh at this. Whatever's happening in front of us. Look at this guy. Just pushes his hand and his feet out. I wonder if you can hurt it. Doesn't look like it. Nope. These statues kind of do their thing. Okay, so, once again, trying to rush won't serve me particularly well. Well, sometimes it does. That's how I got through the floating garden, after all. But still. We should try to approach this area with a bit more caution. We're not in a hurry, after all. Oh, it would be kind of a shame if the whole Game Boy Advance trilogy of Castlevania was already done. It's gone by so quickly, you know. Well, I defeated them, but I'm already very close to death myself. Yeah, I'm having a really hard time predicting those guys. And I need to be especially careful because these statues are pushing out their feet and hands at me. What's also funny is when the character is insulting another in their native language thinking they can be understood, only to find out they were understood. Indeed. I actually had a real-life experience with that, where it wasn't really an insult per se, but there was a lady on vacation, and wow, very descriptive. So, way back when, we traveled to the Dominican Republic with our family, and there was a lady who was smoking near the swimming pool. So I thought it would be funny to say, smoking is deadly, to her, like in Dutch. Because it's like, you know, that's what the commercials say anyway, like smoking is deadly. That's what all the PSAs say, so that's what I said. Because I figured she wouldn't understand me, but she was Flemish Belgian, so she definitely did understand me and was not that amused by the whole thing. But hey, you can see it as friendly advice. Is this as far as it goes? No, we're still picking up speed. Yeah. Okay. I feel like this is the proper solution to this puzzle, but... well, that only took way too much effort. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk getting crushed by that. We'll just buy more potions from Drill Sergeant. Alright, that might have helped, actually. Maybe I just made it way harder than it needed to be. Okay, so what is this suit we're seeing here? Huge boost, but loss in intelligence. Who needs intelligence anyway? One of your Dutch buddies had an experience where he was being insulted by an English-speaking tourist at an amusement park. Said tourist assumed my buddy didn't know any English. Oof, that's a... well, it's rude anyway, but Dutch people almost universally know English, so it's also a bad idea. Like, you could feasibly do that, like, in the French countryside or something, and not be found out. Or in less populated countries, but I think the amount of people that at least speak basic English here is like 90% of the populace. A lot of media in the Netherlands doesn't get translated to Dutch, so yeah, true. Although it has actually changed in recent, I want to say years, but yeah, that used to be true. But ever since the Wii U, Nintendo's been translating their stuff to Dutch, for example. It's been a very distinct. I thought I was home free, you know? I thought, oh, I did the puzzle, I got the suit, all clear. Yeah, recently, I wonder what caused that change, though. Why, recently companies are seeing Dutch as a more important language to translate to. If anything, you'd think that would they would do it even less, because of how many people actually speak English here. This room is a big bunch of BS. I'll tell you that much right now. Okay, so the best tactic is to run past this guy. I should have just ran past him. He startled me and I walked back. Pokemon games still don't get Dutch translations. Huh. Were the Let's Go games translated to Dutch, maybe? I know the mainline series isn't, but... Okay, I keep walking into this room wanting to make some progress, but if you try to run past these guys, they will wreck you. So I need to... take it easy. The Pokemon cartoon was voiced in Dutch, though. I really don't know what to say about this room, but I don't like it. Basically, it's these enemies that are normally manageable in horizontal rooms, but then they throw multiple ones at you and these wacky, invulnerable statues that kick at you. Maybe Pokemon Gen 8 will have a Dutch translation since it's one of the language options on the Switch. It will be interesting. It will set a... it will definitely tread new ground. Because there are a lot of terms in Pokemon like the elemental types. The elemental types and evolving and such that will need an equivalent in Dutch. Will be interesting to see how they handle it, I guess. There are also Pokemon names where the name hinges on an English word. Okay, yeah, standing a bit further away might actually be better, yeah. Although if you time it wrong, you get punished. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see anyway. Speaking of which, they announced a Pokemon Nintendo Direct for tomorrow, right? I wonder what they'll have to show there. It could be big. It definitely feels faster than when we did it just now, at least, but it's still a little tedious. Do we need to be looking at the wall for it to break? Maybe not too much. He announced it's gonna be 7 minutes. 7 minutes, huh? That's pretty brief. Well, that makes me wonder what they're going to announce then. Maybe they're just gonna give a few practical updates. Okay, perhaps I just need to find a better soul set for this room. Because I've just been stubbornly using... Okay, this is... Ow. I hate those statues a lot. If each of these enemies takes a bite out of me, I'm not gonna make it through this room alive. Yeah, if you keep walking, you're dead. Okay. It's clear that I'm just beating my head against the wall here while not thinking of the right strategy to approach this room. So let's rethink what we're doing here. Nice about systems being region-free for the devs. They can coordinate with their other regional branches and include every language in that game. Basically, just need one version of the game and just worry about packaging for each region. Yeah, that is very useful. Borders are really just an obstacle in many ways, aren't they? And it counts double for the artificial kind of obstacles like region locks. Yeah, I think this weapon is not good. I think the revolving fire is useful, but... I wonder if this will work. Ow. Yeah, it's always made some kind of sense, the whole region locking, but it's always been basically at the cost of the user. So regardless of the reasons, it's just not something that should happen. Well, I'm not seeing much of that so-called petrification going on here. I like that attack, but it costs a lot of mana. But ever since HD not caring about NTSC or PAL region locking is no longer a good excuse. True. It's like having lives in a Mario game. It's something they keep out of habit. Or kept, rather, since they did rid of them in Odyssey, didn't they? When they're both going at you, it's basically impossible to avoid hits, and that's what it feels like. I don't see a gap here. Right, yeah, you lose coins in Odyssey when you die, it's true. Yep. I really dislike these enemies. This is a rough room, man. It's just enemies that dive at you constantly, move unpredictably, but in the background these obnoxious statues do their wacky little foot and hand push. I think I was starting on a rant about the game design of these games a while ago, and I'm not sure if I ever finished the thought. Yeah, I was just saying that other Castlevania games often offer like two ways in essence to play. Like there's obviously infinite ways to play, but the overarching ideas are that you either speedrun a game and get through with the absolute minimum, or you gather everything, you explore the whole thing. This is the kind of game that doesn't really reward the exploring. Like I see this kind of game being more focused on speedrunning due to how it's designed. Maybe that's just nonsense though. I'd need to think carefully about what kind of shortcuts you can get. Okay, this is a little bit tedious to have to do every time. Like, I get that it's a puzzle and whatever, but hiding it behind such a rough room is a bit mean, in my opinion. The absence of region locking is a good way for devs to get around licensing BS. Very true. Yep, if you keep walking and just want to pass him by without fighting, you're gonna get hit instantly. Yep, again. You basically need to turn instantly if he starts to go down while you're walking. I don't like enemies that predict where you're going. Even if they're not always good at it, it's still unnerving. Okay, just take it piece by piece. I should probably make a run for it once we get to the entrance, though. We can take a couple of hits, at least. Okay. And now we run. Question is, was that worth it? Probably not, but now it's explored and we have acquired that equip, so all good. Like, even though it took away my last attempt, that is still a cool enemy, the fighting cloak. It's cool, I like it. The way it moves, too. Get lasered. Okay, we really don't want to get stoned here, if you know what I mean. Because that hurts a lot. He just casually shoots the sun at me, okay. It's funny how you're collecting dollars despite being in Japan. Yep. And think of it like this. We're in a Transylvanian, that is European castle, collecting dollars in gold while we're in an eclipse in Japan. It's a mess is what it is. Although, were euros mainstream at this point? I don't remember. It's still a recent thing, right? The euro. When I was a younger lad, we still had the guilder here, or gulden as we called it. Okay, so if you tap hard enough, you can get out of the spikes without taking the horrible double damage. But you need to be fast, basically. Euro is still a recent currency. Indeed it is. Isn't it weird to think that some consoles are older than some currencies? The world sure is a special place, isn't it? I almost got out. Okay. We'll need to think carefully about this room here. And not just run into it. Because I have a tendency to want to make progress at the cost of being thorough from time to time. Okay, now the good thing about Ghost is that it follows enemies. Which is useful because the enemies in this room are annoying and move around a lot. I wonder if this would stop those incoming Medusa heads. I mean, they're not specifically I wouldn't consider them to be bullets necessarily, but... Okay, nope, doesn't help at all. Good to know. The euro was introduced on January 1st, 1999. Wow. So it's a 20-year-old currency. Yep. So I'm older than that. Isn't that interesting? I'm older than the euro. Okay, so let's try the giant ghost's protective barrier instead. I see the euro cents are cents. Yep. Throw me a freaking bone here. Okay, maybe this will be better. That is better, okay. Okay, but it's not that good. It's good, but it's not that good. Okay. I like the shield for this room, but we need another weapon. And this room is just... All the rooms in this area are just miserable. I'm just gonna die here. Stupid Medusa heads, exactly. They're not nice. Man, this has been like the most deaths in a single stream, or at least in a short amount of time for a while. We haven't had tragic losses like this since Circle of the Moon. I almost called it Castle of the Moon. Maybe we just want to check the other areas down here first. Maybe we'll find something that'll make this easier. Further down, thank you. Ooh, a boss. There's a boss to our left. Okay, I really hate the beam skeletons, like, with a fiery passion. But... And also, I can't hit them unless they can hit me, so that's... Oh yeah, cheese is my favorite strategy. So basically this area is just a collection of really difficult rooms. Is that the thing? Maybe you're not supposed to actually fall down, huh? I think they want me to do something with the directional pad there. Let me... Huh. This is interesting. It's like some kind of puzzle room. Didn't I do it? I feel like I did do it there. That was strange. All the rooms in this area are quite something. Well, let's try that again, I guess. I guess I just wasn't fast enough, huh? Is this what you're gonna do in all of these rooms? Ow. Try to kill me after I put in so much effort to solve the puzzle? Rare ring. We're just raring to go. Basically, it just makes rare items appear. It's actually not that useful by itself. It's good for grinding. Okay, and now we need to get back through here somehow. Okay, we made it through. So what do you say we go up and save one more time? Then try that room here one more time, and then try the boss. That's my plan. Killer Mantle. Nope. It's so much damage when you fall on the spikes. Yeah, go ahead, hit me. At least I can damage boost. 20 damage is nothing. Nothing, I tell you. I feel like this is designed to be annoying. Go on, go on, go on. Get through, get through. Okay. That was really rough. Please tell me this was worth it. Balmung? I recall seeing someone have a username like that. Legendary Sword of the Dragon Slayers. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Woo! Look at that. Now that is a big darn sword. Okay, I'm just gonna use my high potion. I don't even care. I care a lot, but... Can you not? Can you not? That is this room personified. You walk in and you get stabbed right back out of it. Welcome to this room. Here's a sword to your face. Okay, this should be a lot easier on the way back, probably. Nope, not even gonna bother with you, buddy boy. Nope, you don't need to shoot the sun at me, I get it. Man, these rooms. Is it like some sort of special area where you get amazing optional equipment? That's what it looks like to me. Well, this sword is really good and has a lot of range, so I am happy I got it. It's appropriate that it was hidden behind the hardest challenge, though. I just don't want to have taken any damage before the battle begins, preferably. Every time. It's fine, we'll just check out the boss. We'll check out the boss. Maybe it's easy. He said, tempting fate. Are all these bats gonna form a super bat? Yep. Classic. Classic Castlevania. What? Well, they faked me out really hard there. I won't pretend I'm not surprised, because I am very surprised by this weird thing. I need to get used to his rhythm a bit, shall we say. Seems perfectly doable, though. Probably. But hey, we cleared those 3 really hard rooms, so we can clear this as well. I may need to teleport back for some extra potions, though, if this turns out to be really hard. You gotta love the fake out, though. They're like, "Ooh, welcome, this is a classic Castlevania boss," and then they squash it. Taking way too many hits. Maybe I haven't figured out the rhythm yet. I clearly haven't figured out the rhythm yet. This is actually way worse than last attempt. Well, we got the cool items. We could back out a bit and explore some other areas before trying to fight this guy again. I'll give him one more shot just to see if I can't figure out his rhythm, as they say. Because I should be able to do this, and maybe I should also try to use my powers a bit more. Yeah, this might not work. I don't know what the best tactic would be against this guy, though. He doesn't really use anything like a bullet, so having more offense would be better, I think. One thing I will say, the bosses in this game definitely give me more trouble than the ones in Harmony of Dissonance did. Some pretty rough bosses. It's really hard to get around his hands once he uses them. It's very unpredictable and erratic in how he moves them. I'm having major trouble reading how that guy moves. Right now it feels a bit like his hands move around at random. Now they probably don't, but I just need to figure out how they do move. But until we figure that out, maybe it will be worthwhile to explore other areas a bit further. Now this area we can't do yet because, well, it's just a little bit too high up. So let's explore other areas now that we're armed and dangerous. Even those guys aren't as dangerous anymore with our newly discovered sword. Yeah, the turning animation is really good on those guys. Oh, gladiator. The more spirits, the better. They're not all necessarily useful, but you see, I have a spirit that gets more, or a soul rather, that gets more power as you collect more souls, the headhunter one. So, any soul is a great addition. Thanks to that one. We haven't looked up here yet. This is a blockage. I wasn't sure. It looked like it might be part of the background. Well then. He decided to drop out, shall we say. It's good to see there's plenty more to explore here. Hey, Minotaur man. Fear my laser beams. Yeah, this area is more to my liking. It's a lot easier. Come on then. Wanna fight? Try again. Try again. Go ahead. Go on. Oh dear. Try once more? Okay, I guess you're fired. Man, I really like this sword though. That sounds like a weird way to spell Leviathan. That's a weird way to spell my name. Enchanted Sword of Fire. So it's basically useless compared to what we have now. Except for one thing. Enemies that are ice. Or have that element at least. Good to have anyway. And any level up is a great addition, of course. Okay, you actually hit me that time. I guess you should be proud. I keep hoping to find that secret breakable wall someday. Has to be one somewhere, right? Like, these big yellow walls seem like the perfect spot for something secret and breakable. But perhaps not. At least there was a high potion here. That's always a welcome addition. Not even here? Right, that room is where we came from. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna head back again like a wuss and buy more potions. I mean, the more potions, the better, right? I wonder if the girl has anything new to say. Oh, another message from Aricado. From Alucardo. Yes, it's there should be ancient books that talk about Dracula's power hidden somewhere in this castle. I wonder what they are about. Let's see. Please don't die. That was new. Interesting. Alright, back to where we were. Right, we're gonna head back to the save point, and then we're gonna try for that giant boss again. It would be nice if I could pick up a few more souls on the way, though. Go to the supermarket, buy a few souls. No more souls? Okay. Can't deny I'm a bit disappointed in the lack of soul here, but... Hey, we leveled up a couple times. We have more potions. So this time that boss is maybe going down. Maybe. I'm tempted to try to damage tank him and just hit him as much as I can without regard for my own health, but... It's kind of hard to gauge where exactly his hands are going and when. You can avoid a lot of damage by being careful, but I want to actually do some damage within the next couple of years. Okay, the fire is not good against him. Feels bad to change up strategy mid battle, but come in here, Death. I got confused last time because it's not the beam you need to watch out for, but the ensuing fire. Was that it? That means I almost beat him before. Balor packs a deadly punch. Incredible. Well, that wasn't so hard. Well, transforming into a bat gives you the ability to fly. Wait, so we're not Alucard, but we're able to transform into a giant bat? Well, that is the additional mobility I was looking for. Okay, stop it with the sickles. Oh. It's Aaron Hansen. Jay, what's wrong? You look pale. Don't worry, just now all of my memories came flooding back. What? It seems that your dark power triggered the return of my memories. Just like I guessed, I have quite an extensive history with Dracula. I thought so. My real name is Julius Belmont. Oh. Well, thank goodness. Finally, a name that I can really... you know, that kind of anchors me into the world of Castlevania. Since they were calling Alucard Aricado. I'm a descendant of a clan that has fought against Dracula for ages. And the person who destroyed Dracula in 1999 was... yes, it was me. But there were others who assisted me. So Dracula is revived again, just as it is written in the prophecy. Then I must destroy him. It is my destiny. You haven't met a man named Graham yet, have you? Graham? Oh, you mean that missionary, right? I met him a little while ago, but when he saw my face, he turned and ran. He told me that he was Dracula. I did sense Dracula's powers at work within him, but it's difficult to believe that he's Dracula. Rather, I think... no, forget it. It is nothing more than a hunch. No, you need to share this kind of thing, Julius. Julie boy. Huh? Assuming that he is Dracula, I won't be able to kill him yet. Why not? I need my weapon. Your weapon? Yes, it's a whip that was handed down to me. It's called Vampire Killer. In 1999, I sealed it in this castle to weaken his spirit and magical powers. That means it's in this castle somewhere? Yes, and I know exactly where it is. I'll go get it now. Alright, please be careful. Pray that my hunch proves to be wrong. Farewell for now. Okay, so we have a Belmont. An actual real Belmont, even. And now he can turn into a bat. We'll have to look into that for a bit. Who you beat, Baller? I mean, you beat the giant bat. Yes! There was, it was just a classic Castlevania battle. Nothing unusual there. But hey, Lily, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. We got the, bat thing. Not only do you have a Belmont, he's gonna get the Vampire Killer. Yes, I'm quite happy to see something that really fits into the story of the series, shall we say. This summer, Belmont goes to Japan. Can I just look at his face? I'm not even sure what to say about that. It looks like he still has a human face in the bat form. It looks very strange. I guess I'm not complaining. I can still fly, but look at this bat with a man face. Very good. And of course, it eats your mana faster than the Game Gear eats batteries. Yep. Ooh. Hello, baby. Okay, that was awkward. I'm sorry. Let's see. What is this? A succubus, I guess? Yep. She kind of floats there. She's just taking a bath. We're bothering her. Rip. Oh. Lilith. Black cloak, huh? Intelligence. This increases intelligence, but that's about it. Doesn't seem worth it for now. Also, I see they worship the D-pad here. I'm more of a follower of the joystick myself, but... Ow. Okay, try to attack then. Ah, right, we came into this room from that side at one point. I was wondering why part of it was explored. It all connects, as always. Skull Million. These enemies have some strange names. Let me check the top left first, just to be sure. Bile. There we go. Weakens his enemies with its poison claws. Another soul. Another soul reaped. Should probably make a quick stop at the save point at this juncture. Okay, here we go. I prefer not to get into another tussle with the magic carpet there. You are very fast in bat form, though. It's definitely intended for shorter usages, but that does allow them to make it very fast, at least. I should probably turn WhatsApp off now, because that's the second time it's been a beeping at me. Here we go. Okay, come on. Okay, at least we got a level up out of that. That's something. Okay, so let's explore the rest of this hallway now. That uppercut though. Oh, hey there. A giant skeleton, huh? Did we fight one of these as a boss early in the game? I don't remember. I think we did. Either way, it's coming apart now. No chicken? No chicken in these walls? Okay. So disappointed. That would be perfect, right? Meeting at Belmont and then finding chicken in the wall. That would it would go from 0 to Castlevania in just a few short minutes. There are false walls in this game, but I haven't found many, I gotta say. Even though I'm smashing this big sword at it. I do like my arsenal of weapons right now, though. Alright, that makes this area pretty thoroughly explored. Oh, that's good to see. Now let's see what's next. I mean, now that we can fly, the entire castle is basically our oyster, huh? Can go anywhere. It feels kind of early to be getting such a mobility option, but then again, we are past the 70% mark, so maybe it's not early. It's always hard for me to gauge how long one of these games is gonna be. Circle of the Moon lasted 6 streams, 5 really, but the 6th one, well, the 5th one I couldn't beat the final boss, so let's call it 5.5. Harmony of Dissonance lasted just 4 streams. This is this game's 3rd stream. So I wonder if it'll end like Harmony of Dissonance, so after this and the next stream. I guess it also depends on the endings on offer. Tell you one thing though, if this game gives me a bad ending and demands that I replay it, I'm just gonna not do that. Alright. There's a small area to the right of here to explore still. I think we need to equip the spirit that allows us to walk underwater for that one. Can you let me actually activate the attack, please? There is a deep frustration to enemies that can interrupt your attacks. I played an RPG a while ago, Child of Light. And there's a sort of active time battle system there. Where it's turn-based, but everyone's turns charge up in real time. And so when someone gets hit while their bar is loading, their bar gets pushed back because they get interrupted. Like, if the bar was, like, very close to finishing, then you get interrupted and it gets set back. And it was amazing to do it to enemies, but deeply frustrating to have it happen to you. I guess it was a double-edged sword in that way. Hey, there we go. Fish head. We have the soul of a fish head. Hi, mind up. Also, I'm not sure if I pointed this out, but I noticed that the colors have been reversed for which... Oh, hey, nice. I didn't know needles had souls. So the colors have been reversed for which potions recover mana and which health. So in most games you associate the red... Another fish head soul, nice. You associate the red with your health, right? I mean, the bar is red. So it's not that strange to think. And there's more to explore to the right, but I really want to make a save right now. And the mana is blue, but the mana is green in this game. But the potions you recover with it are red, and the potions that recover your health are blue, so it's a bit of a mess. Things don't really fit together all that well. But anyway, I got many more souls, which is good because that'll power up the headhunter even more. Look at all those stats. Man, I'm getting a deep-seated hatred for enemies that swoop down on you. It's not really my favorite thing for enemies to do. So yeah, I wonder where our Belmont buddy has gone off to. Anyway, let's go back to our happy place. Namely, the exit. Alright, does he have anything new to say? He does not. Once in a while she cries out in pain. I see. She appears to be asleep. I wish there was something I could do for them. Because this entire situation worries me a little bit. I'm guessing there are conditions under which one or the other or both can die. It was that way in Harmony of Dissonance after all. Slashing at a bat with a huge sword. There's no kill like overkill. So, where do we want to go with our newfound bat powers? There's a few places we can go. The first one that comes to mind would actually be easier to go back to the teleporter, though. Sorry for all the aimless running around. I'll get to where we need to be eventually, I promise. Right, this area. I remember the distinctive music here. Sounds a bit playful almost. But this time the enemies die a lot faster, which I appreciate. You know what? I do enjoy being able to pass through an area without dying every 2 seconds, so... let's call this a positive, that we can just tear through this area at this point. I keep saying it, but that is actually one of the appeals of Metroidvanias. A lot of people don't like, or at least they use backtracking as a dirty word. But it can actually be interesting to revisit areas with a new perspective. And with a new perspective, I mean where you smash the heck out of everything with a huge sword. Now that's the kind of perspective I like. Plus, more enemy kills means more chances at getting souls. More souls means more power for the headhunter and more possible abilities to use against bosses. So it's all good. I enjoy finding all the new stuff. Ha! There's the waiter skeleton again. Alright, so the upper floor here. I will be slightly annoyed if I can't actually get up there. Oh no, we can. No worries. Another potion, huh? And a magic one at that. I guess that's fine. Yeah, to get back to this thought I was having earlier about the design in this game being more fixated on being fast than being exploratory. At least, like, it's unfair to say that this game doesn't incentivize exploration because there are so many things to find, so many souls, I keep saying ghosts and spirits, so many souls to collect. But not having that be tied to your health and magic as directly, I feel makes it slightly less incentivized. Maybe that's just me though. Makes this game feel like it's more about getting through it quickly, finding exactly those souls you need. That leads me to wonder how speedruns of this game look. Like, some games are more crazy to look at in terms of speedruns than others. So I wonder how this one stacks up to speedruns of, say, Harmony of Dissonance and Circle of the Moon. Well, there's something to explore just to the right of here, so I might as well check that out before we go back. Instant death. Whenever I run through a long hall just beating the crap out of enemies, I'm always reminded of the first scene in Symphony of the Night where you as Alucard slap slap a lot of huge wolves to death with your sword. Just kind of tear through it all. I like the music here, I should try to remember it. I mean, I like a lot of the music in this game, but this one sticks out to me. Oh right, there was a gem clothes. Okay, then there was a... Oh hey! Nemesis. Makes you invisible. That's interesting. That could be good for those the situations where we need to run away. Okay, so there's a like a rabbit here that turns back time. Okay, so he can't affect me anymore. That's good. They could have gone here before, like without the right after defeating the big ball of corpses. Instead of going all the way to that other area with the giant bat, but... That's fine. That means we're a bit over-leveled for this part, and I don't mind that at all. Whoa. Look at this background. I like it. Ancient Book 2, huh? I'm guessing that's one of the books about Dracula's power that was spoken about. The second spirit is the king of bats. Huh? What does that mean? I guess there might be more context if I had the first book on me, but... Well, that was interesting, but... Also, those maids are kind of a weird enemy, aren't they? They're pretty polite and then they just attack you. So looking for one of them breakable walls, but... I guess not all walls can be torn down, huh? Chrono Mage. He dropped pudding then. It wiggles and jiggles. That is a profound thing to say. Anyway, let's save again. Okay, that was another thing I wanted to check. So, there's another place to the right of here. Ah, yes, the witch lady. Which lady is that? Ah, right, we couldn't go up here then. And now we can. I wonder if these guys have a separate soul from the normal variety. Or the weaker variety, at least. Yes, okay, can we stop this? Thank you. Those imps are a bit of a bother. Okay, so she hit me first, but I hit harder. A scarf, huh? We are sure picking up a lot of stuff. Yeah, I wonder if they have a soul to the Persephone maid ladies. Student witches and real witches. Witches all around. Ooh, this leads into a new area. I kind of want to check the other side first, just to be safe. It feels kind of bad though. Oh hey, Lilith. And no soul from any of them. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but it's okay. Well, that means this hall is now thoroughly explored. Getting close to that 3/4 mark here. Once we cross that 75% point. I don't really want to keep killing them, but I want a soul from these enemies. Because I want to see what it does, if they have one. There we go, a witch soul. We already have one of those, but this should improve our shield then. Okay, what's behind this door? A lot of atmosphere, and it feels a bit ominous. Was she pretending to be someone in trouble and then turning into a succubus? That's a low blow. Wow, what a... Wow. That was sure a thing. I'm kind of in trouble in terms of health. I could just drink all of my potions again, but I kind of want to take it easy on the potions so I don't have to keep buying them. My money will run out eventually. Haven't I looked here? I have not, interesting. Or I might have actually, but... Because I remember the mirrors. And I remember the last one having a little secret there. Oh hey, another teleporter, huh? Well, maybe I'll just go to the entrance to save then. Because like I said, huge coward. And I feel safe in an area where the enemies can't really hurt me very much. Might as well check in with the lady as well. Both of them. Just making sure there's no new dialogue. Now to save the game once more and then continue exploring. One thing that still puzzles me is how the floating garden actually works. Because, yeah, some of those blocks are still floating in midair, even on the map. I wonder if you defeat a boss or get an item there that it will somehow get organized properly. It's kind of weird that the creepy guy wasn't coming out of the mirror there. I feel like he would normally do that, but... Alright, this very ominous room once again. Ooh. He learned a couple of tricks, huh? I should really get out of the way on time. That's an ominous looking dragon. Statue, question mark. Nice, another level up. And still no more false walls, huh? Oh, look at this statue. If I had to guess, I'd say we'd start to run into dragons soon, but... Super potion, nice. The very bright eye makes it look very alive, like it could just start animating at any time. And scare me. Because when one of them starts moving, you know it's gonna startle me a lot. Being stuck in a little area like that is really bad when you fight these guys. Just barely too high, huh? Another teleporter. Finding a lot of these. Yeah, those guys are still a bit troublesome to deal with. I guess I'll drink a few potions. After all, we have many. By many, I mean we had 9. This is a very conspicuous room, isn't it? Yeah, the succubus pretending to be his girlfriend is an interesting thing. Very evil. Reminds me of how the succubus in Symphony of the Night... Okay, thanks, but no thanks. The succubus in Symphony of the Night was pretending to be Alucard's mother. These succubus don't have any any sense of personal space, do they? Wait, does this go into the garden? They're pretty easy to defeat once you have the pattern down. An iron golem this time, ooh. Finally a breakable wall. And what is this? A high jump! That's something interesting to just casually come across. And did it say lid jump instead of mid jump, or do I just not understand? Okay, can we stop it with the stone? It would have been nice if I had just conveniently hopped into a save point, but... this could take a while. Even though this sword is super big and powerful, we still need to wait a long time for it to move this wrecking ball. Well, hey, at least it didn't take that long, didn't take as long as with the other one, where we found the new equipment. Ah, an area transition into a familiar area. That's interesting. Right, so this is that area where there was a wall we couldn't get through. And indeed, we could only approach it from the other side. And once again, it all connects. Might as well save then. Because this will be a great addition to our arsenal. There's not that much else to explore here yet, but I'm still happy to have these new abilities. You're too slow, mate. I'm glad that this high jump is a bit easier to pull off, though. Just a single press of the button. Alright, let's retrace our steps a bit. The music here is so ominous, though. But also catchy. Well, I was so desperately looking for a save point, I ventured into an old area to get one. But there was one right here. If only I had been a bit more enterprising, I would have saved myself some trouble. Well, no use crying over spilt milk, at least we opened the shortcut to that area. Aria. Haha! You thought you could stop me, but you didn't account for the bat form. And also the flashing, raving moon. Just making sure I got all this room covered. Sorry, what was that called? Let me just quickly look at the name of that sword. Kalat Bolg. Kalat Bolg. Okay then, Sword of Darkness. So we have a darkness elemental sword now. Good to know. I still prefer this big old massive sword of mine. So I'll stick with this for now. Okay, nice, another level up. I took far too many hits in that particular process. There you go. No more basilisk. I'm like a witcher over here, hunting all these monsters. Ooh, that was a nice move, though. I don't really like that you have the have critical skills like the bat transformation attached to your magic like this, because it means you have to wait it out often. Like, they do try to compensate for that by stuffing this room full of hearts, but it's still a bit iffy, in my opinion. But hey, who am I to judge? That is a very pink sword. I wonder if he stops you depending on something. Because it looked like I meet the standards to get through there, but I'm not really sure what those standards are, to be honest. But who am I to disagree? If he says I can pass, I can pass. Also, I should actually go to the save point this time and not get confused. Here we go, save point right here. This looks like the end, though. And also, that moon is flashing quite a bit. Okay, there is a boss here, so it could be the end. So I'm gonna make a very naughty secret save state that you definitely don't know about. Unlike legitimate Game Boy Advance software. Okay, there he is. Look at those bloody tears, too. You're too late, Soma. Dracula's power is already in my grasp. Dracula's power doesn't concern me. I came here to find a way out of this castle. With my new abilities, I can get you out of here quite easily. You, however, have some property of mine in your possession. The souls of my demons are under your control. Can I forgive such a crime? No, never. If I knew how, I'd return them all to you right now, here and now. Even if you return them, you've still committed the crime of stealing. Don't you know that? It's only right that thieves receive the punishment they deserve. You are one selfish bastard. You're guilty of grand theft. Therefore, I sentence you to death. Wow, grand theft of demons? You're insane. And as a special treat, I myself will deliver the punishment. I'm guessing that if I defeat him here, I will get a bad ending. Bad ending. But might as well check it out. Because he might not be the real bad guy here. Maybe. He probably is, but... What is it with Dracula and creating fiery stones? The final boss of Circle of the Moon did that too. And I always had trouble avoiding that attack. Sorry, what now? He's using some of Dracula's abilities, so maybe he's the big bad. Yeah, it seems to be the case, but I wonder if we can really defeat him in that case, or if we're gonna defeat like his human form, but then Dracula pops out and says, "Too bad, sucker, roll credits." And then we have to do it again, but with a higher percentage of completion or something. Can't believe it. I haven't lost yet. You still don't have Dracula's power. I'll show you. Well, that was a short-lived second phase, wasn't it? So, perhaps we just need to get a bit more power before we try that again. So let's not do that yet, because that seems very final to be doing that. I do like how all Castlevanias have like this ominous stairway leading to the final, or at least a climactic battle. It's not always the final one, but a climactic battle for sure. Alright, let's continue exploring a bit further to the right then, now that we can fly. Could also gather some more souls on the way. Steal even more from the dude. It is interesting to see him, like him trying to reason what he's doing though. Like, he has some kind of sense of justice. He's like, you're stealing my demons. It's just a completely perverted and insane sense of justice, but some sort of sense of justice at least. Let's see, where was I actually trying to go again? Alright, we need to go around to get over there. I had so much trouble in this area when I first came here. Now it's not really any trouble at all. Once again, we are introduced to Gutsman, Ball Man, and Metal Man. But now that I see here, we haven't quite explored the area below here yet. We did go here, I know that much, but... More needles! Once again, who expected these things to have souls? I certainly didn't, but I am happy to have them. Ow. Just a storage room, it seems. I'm assuming fighting him right there is just not the right call yet. Because we know the Belmont guy is still looking for the vampire killer too, so... we probably need to help him out. And Alucard mentioned the books about Dracula. We might need to find those to get to a good ending. Oh, nice. Astounding amount of destructive power. Well, was that worth it? Probably not. Should have done that on the way there, too. This is a dangerous room with many spikes. Sliding into enemies to kill them is the coolest way to kill them. Ow. Oh, I'm losing sight of what platforms I can stand on a bit. Sometimes I can't tell the foreground and background apart. Ooh, a tuxedo? Pitch black suit. I guess it is a tuxedo. Well, anyway, we have it now. I got so close to hitting the spikes there. No. I really do always tempt fate by saying stuff like that, don't I? Oh, I almost hit the spikes, he says, hitting the spikes. Alright, well, that's another area pretty thoroughly explored, if I do say so myself. We also have some new souls to try out in the nearby future, which is very nice. Still no Devil Soul, unfortunately. And no Needle Soul either. Whoa, Metal Man strikes again with his saw blades. Go back to Mega Man 2. So yeah, I've been trying to keep a consistent schedule of 2 streams per week. This week might be a bit different as I do have the job interview planned at the end of the week. I'm pretty nervous about it, but I always make these things way more extreme than they really are. I always get so tense about even the smallest events. Of course, a job interview is important, but it's just for a part-time job, you know. I just don't want to be more nervous about it than I should be, because I feel like I am always way too nervous about mundane things. Let's see, we're heading back into the floating garden for a bit. Is that what the area was called? I think it was, but... It's a cool area anyway. Very blue dabba dee dabba die. There is a part we haven't explored down here, but I'm not sure if we can, even with what we have now. Because there's that in the way. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can do anything about this just yet, but we'll still keep it in mind. Is this the only kicker skeleton in the game? I haven't seen one anywhere else. But... Oh, here we go! Another soul for my collection. Nope, still can't figure it out. Nope, not even gonna let that guy live for a second. I see the area to the left is not yet explored. Huh? Oh, it is. I'm just extremely confused by the layout of the whole castle right here, and especially the floating gardens. Well, I guess it's fine. We'll find our way through somehow. Okay, here we go. We hadn't explored this particular spot, but of course, that doesn't mean it's a very useful spot per se. Okay, this one actually connects logically in the middle, so that's good. This one to the right does not, I believe. It doesn't, right. He raises questions as to how we can even figure out where to go. Maybe the floating gardens are just done and I'm overthinking it and we need to go somewhere else. That's also a possibility. There's a spot we haven't explored yet here, but... I will never get over the guys riding half a horse. Okay, it seems the floating gardens just aren't gonna give us what we need until we have a way to get through that weird shadowy door. So I guess it's time to try and re-explore a few other areas, like the ones to the right. Oh hey! Another soul. As long as we keep gathering souls, no time is wasted at least. Yeah, you yo-yo that metal blade at me. Alright, let's go down and get out of the floating garden before we get even more confused. There's that familiar music again. Okay, there's a path to the right here, which we may or may not be able to go to. Oh! We can, but we've been able to for a while. I just never checked back again, apparently. Oh, whoops, wrong one. This area reminds me a lot of the area we already visited, except This one is a bit more diagonal. Oh hey, we've got the imp familiar. Sounds pretty familiar. Milliken sword. Millicent bystander. Save point? Okay, no. Look at the way he rotates that arm. We don't have water here. Oh, hey. Oh, an actual gun. Okay. We learned to use one in Circle of the Moon as well. And it was just as surprising then. I guess this is 2035 though. They might even have laser guns at this point. Or lightsabers. How do I get down? Maybe I need to approach it from the other side or something, and we can't actually go down there from here. That would be my first guess anyway. Man, it's nice to have a jump like that. Slime! Even more souls. Triton is no longer really a threat to us, is he? Ooh, is this the first book or the third one, perhaps? It's the third one. Let's check it anyway. The third spirit is a beautiful nightmare. We can't actually use it. Man, those needles drop a lot of soul. So many souls. Well, I'm honestly happy about that. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm picking up a lot of extra weapons. Maybe I should sell them more to the sergeant guy. Because we can actually sell other stuff besides gems in this game. In fact, I don't think there are any gems. Another fish head, yeah. So many drops. I like it. Ooh, what's this? Rune ring. And what does that do exactly? Increases MP restoration. That could be really good in battles with where our sub-weapon, or rather our soul weapon, becomes important. Because using that more often would be very nice, wouldn't it? I keep looking for those breakable walls in vain. Ha! Just as I said it. It wasn't in vain after all. This is Osafun. Osofun. And what does that do exactly? Sword with a very long blade, but its attack is so much worse that it doesn't really matter to me. But hey, at least we have it now. Yeah, it seems like the best way to speedrun this game would be to know where the equip that suits you best is. Go for that and nothing else, and just beat the game like that. Definitely equips that definitely change the game strongly in your favor. I mean, this sword has turned me into a beast, or rather has turned Soma into a beast, I guess. This is an ominous room. Also, look at how much we've explored. $2,000 just lying there. Nope. Triton's career really went backwards after he played in The Little Mermaid, didn't it? Right, so it looks like we could bring water to this area somehow. Whoa. Man bumps his head against the roof. Just $100? Nothing else? Right, the place with the gun, so we still can't do anything here. Just had to double check. I was pretty sure we'd already checked, but... So this thing is a nightmare, apparently? Huh. Like how Nathan softened the blow on the ceiling by landing feet first, but Soma's just like, nah, my head'll be fine, yep. Well, he wasn't the smartest kid to begin with. This is a rather big room, isn't it? Doesn't look like there are any other secrets, though. We'll keep looking until we find more. Ooh, I like how they come out from the entrance there. Certainly looks more interesting than them just popping into existence. We just have a quick look at all these walls over here. Huh. Oh, none of those gave me a soul? Wow. Come on. Alright, so there's an unexplored part here. And this is how it interconnects back to that other area. Huh. I'm kind of shocked I haven't found a teleporter yet, though. We'll probably run into one if we keep exploring around here, if I had to guess. Come on, at least one of this tower of enemies has to give me a soul, right? None of you? I'm so disappointed. This is where I saw the Triton enemy for the first time, and was thoroughly surprised. I can insta-kill these guys now, though, which is a huge blessing. Yeah, where are your maneuvering tactics now? When a single hit is all it takes, there's not much maneuvering to do. Feels kind of bad to kill the poor little guys with the spoon, but you know what you signed up for when you work for Dracula. Or Graham, I guess. Too bad this plant isn't giving me anything. It could have answered the age-old question of, do plants have souls? Oh yeah, level up. Feels good, man. Oh, right. I can see why I didn't properly explore this room last time. It had a lot to do with Medusa heads, I'm guessing. Those definitely turn exploration into a dangerous affair. Another teleporter. It makes sense. I figured we'd find one. We're so far away from all other established teleporters. It would only make sense for there to be one at this part in the castle. I think I might have actually found that one on a prior attempt and then died, in fact. Yeah, because I remember these plant ladies too. They throw a leech seed on you and then absorb your health. I would really like their souls, because that sounds like an ability I could use. Wait, why can I... I can explore up here, but I wonder what the point is. Huh. Well, if I just wait for my mana to regenerate. Or I could just do this. Flesh golem? That's horrible. Super potion? That's not horrible. Okay, we gotta do something crazy here. There we go. That mid-air save. I did waste a mana prism for it, but that's okay. Okay, it's not that okay. No. Oh. Oh! A handgun. Okay. So. Uses 9mm parabellum rounds. I can't even believe what I'm reading. Sorry. That's very funny. Wait, let me do it one more time. Okay, I've had my fun. That moment where a sword is stronger than a gun, yeah. It's a thing. That excited moment where you find the handgun, you try to shoot something, then immediately swap back and never use it again. Pretty much. Okay, Balmung, that's the one I was looking for. So, any tips and tricks on how to get through this, is that a spoon or a paintbrush? It's a spare, okay. It's actually better than what we have, but is it really? Okay, it's getting a bit comical now, okay? Like, when he holds the sword in front of him, it at least looks kind of, but what is he... How is he even holding that? I guess I can use it a couple times just to see. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get through the waterfall here is the problem. Like this, obviously, but I mean the one at the bottom. Because it pushes me back like that. And just based on what I have, I don't think I have anything that could get me through there. Do you want a spoiler or do you want to try and figure it out? Don't tell me yet, but I will ask. Do I have the capacity right now? That's always an important thing to know. Because I don't want to be sitting here testing every little thing and finding out I don't actually have the capacity. Go through my souls one more time, okay. That's all the attack ones. That's all the defense ones. This is all the passive ones. I can't do it right now. No. Okay, thanks for letting me know. That just saves a lot of time, you know? I figured it would have to be a soul of some kind, though. Come on, give me one of them Dryad souls. Huh? It's a blue soul. Okay. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you. I just can't get used to how dumb this looks. He just grabs this big old... Oh, it's this guy again. There we go. Armor of water, huh? Just strong against water attributed attacks. That's good. Don't really see myself using it anymore at this point, but... I mean, most of the enemies here are already too weak to really do much to us. It's a demon, so it's weak against the holy weapon. That's good. Okay, since this area is pretty thoroughly explored by now, let's head to the teleporter and see what we can find there. Nope. No Mandragoras here today. I'm not that afraid of these 1 damage attacks that I need to wear armor for it. Oh wait, I need to be 1 higher. Whoops. Still no soul from that demon, huh? Right, so where do we want to go? These two seem like hot spots right now. To put it one way, since we can explore there. Although this one, more to the bottom right, there's actually a lot of stuff we haven't explored there yet. So probably be more cleaning up than anything else, but I'm so happy to have the high jump now. Frigging laser beams, yeah. Did I just miss a gargoyle 3 times in a row? That's pretty bad. Ooh. Tall hammer. Still waiting for that delicious chicken in the wall. No delicious chicken in the wall? Okay. Ah, right, this is just an... It's not actually part of the room above, even though it looks like it on the map. Have to go the long way around after all. Instant kill on the rock armor, aka Gutsman. Alright, there's another save point here we can make grateful use of. How long has it been since I saved? Probably not long, but I forget. Like, the moment I step outside the door, I forget I've saved. Oh yeah, $100! That's what we come back here for, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up $100 off the floor. Come on, let me hit you. There you go. And that's all there's to this room then. Also, 92.2%. Not bad at all. Oh hey, it's one of these guys. Remember when we farmed giant ghost souls? It was only last stream, but it's already a good memory. Well, we should make our way back to the teleporter and head to a few other areas that have not quite been explored. And then I guess we could have another shot at our old buddy Graham. Did that enemy just die by walking into me? That's what I like to see. I'm deadly to the touch. I think there must be some meaning to the fact that our character is called Soma, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, I played the game Soma by Frictional Games, and that was not a happy game. Let's put it that way. Oh yeah, tea. You ever hit a ghost and it drops tea? Oh, speaking of tea, I should finish my coffee while we go. I guess this is the best area to go. It's probably cold now, but I'll drink it anyway. Oh man, cold coffee is very unpleasant. Can these guys kindly go somewhere else? Okay, we're on our way. I was thinking I might have to fight dragons based on the decor here. Even against familiar enemies, being careful is important. Okay, there we go. This room is very cool looking, isn't it? Right, so there's an all-new area waiting for us here. Or not. There's a familiar area waiting for us here. Oh, that works for me. Although, in a way, it doesn't, because where do we go from here? That face when you just casually ran past the poor girl that is definitely just a girl. Yep. Soma is a heartless man. Let's see. Well, I'm happy to have heard the music, but there's no point in revisiting that area right now. It's good that everything connects back to that central area, though. Feels very organized. Oh, she dropped a strawberry. For a second there I thought she might give me a soul, but... Why did I never go down here? Also, hi Lilith. Seems like that's all there is to do in this room. Well, that's fine by me, we'll just keep exploring. We are running out of places to visit though. Hint, the soul you need for the waterfall is around here. Huh. Interesting. I've been trying to get the soul from the maids, but since they're such a common enemy, I figured I would get the soul sooner or later, but it hasn't happened yet. I'm not letting them finish their phrase even. I'm guessing the drop rate varies strongly per enemy. The drop rate of the souls, that is. Oh, this one connects back here as well. Oh, this is all familiar territory. I guess I could try to grind for souls here then. How many of them do I need to hit before I get a soul though? I cleared this entire room and all I got was 10 lousy bucks. Well, still nothing. Is it in this room? You might as well tell me, otherwise I'm just gonna be grinding here forever. Well, at least it was a level up. The drop rate on the souls is not very high, is it? Hey, if I wear the rare ring, will that also cause souls to drop more, or just equipment? Lilith, intelligence is increased by 8. That's a very good soul to have, but not exactly what I was looking for. And I'm having a bit of a cough, and normally I mute the audio at that point, but when I tap out, the game audio stops and such, which is a bit awkward. So at that point, which is more intrusive? Stopping the whole game to cough, or just coughing in the background? Okay, so the maid says something son. I guess that makes sense. Huh, another Lilith soul. Nice, but... I'm starting to think these maids will never drop a soul. Guess which one I need. The maid one then, I'm guessing. It's not Lilith and the knife ladies, I think. I already have one of those that throws katanas, so that can't be it. Like, is the drop rate on those super rare or something? Like, is there an equip that increases the drop rate of souls, perhaps? Because I found one that increases rare drops, but I'm not sure if that includes the souls. It's really not necessary to attack the Lilith, but at least that one's dropping souls on occasion. This room is actually a far better grinding room than the one down below, but Soul Eater Ring. You probably won't be able to figure out how to get it without a walkthrough though. I see. So it's one of those really hard to get ones. Of course. Is it supposed to be this grindy to get the It's in Hammer Shop for 300,000. Yikes. That might actually be more feasible than finding it on my own though. Let's see, I have like 1/30th of that. It sounds kind of horrible. Like, imagine only hearing the audio of this. Sounds kind of horrifying. Come on, then. Somehow still not as bad as the witches from Harmony of Dissonance. That is true. just to double confirm with you, this is what I'm supposed to do, right? Just grind on the Persephones or whatever they're called until we get the thing we need. Persephone isn't the one you need? Wait, what? It's not? But the Lilith is not it either, because it gives us intelligence. Curly. Oh. Those. Huh. Right. I wonder why they're called Curly, though. Reminds me of Curly Brace from Cave Story. Seems like the soul drop is still quite rare, though. A really bad translation. A really, really bad translation. I see. I guess it would have to be to call a many-limbed sword-wielding woman person Curly. And still no soul. She's meant to be Kali, as in referencing the four-armed goddess. Wow. How did they not think of that? That makes way more sense. Like, did no one go and ask? Like, hey, what did you mean with this? Sloppy. In general, I found the dialogue in this game to be strange. Well, we are sure dropping a lot of these and still not getting any souls. Is there a better room to grind these, perhaps? Curly. I'm genuinely curious about the odds of them dropping a soul, because this feels like a huge time waster. Well, still nothing. I don't think I've met an enemy that was this stubborn about giving up a soul. Still nothing. Man, I hate the curse. Cursed by a kiss, even. Well, doesn't feel like this is going anywhere fast. If this keeps up much longer, I'm just gonna explore elsewhere for a bit. Soul plus... Oh, they drop a lot of skull necklaces at least. There should be more of those in the same area, right? I'll just have a quick look around. Well, there are more of them here, I guess. Other enemies too, though. Well, at least there are more of them on these stairs, I guess. At least this is a change in scenery, but... You're sure it's not the other? No, it definitely isn't the other ones, because I have one of those. They are really stubborn today, yeah. It's a bit frustrating, really. It's definitely curly since the soul is called curly form. That makes sense. I just leveled up. I thought for a second I had it, but it was just a level up, unfortunately. It's been a while in general since the game has given me any souls. Why is it being so stingy? Oh, great. Now we're stuck. Of course, I do get another Nemesis soul. And I have like 20 skull necklaces at this point. Well, that only took 1 million years, but we got it. Whew, that was quite the grinding session there. How long did that take? Like 20 minutes? Where was the waterfall area again? Was it to the right here or here below here? It was here, right? I'm starting to fall asleep at the wheel here. Speaking of falling asleep at the wheel, it might be smart to save before I make a fatal mistake here. Gorgon. Nope. Like, imagine dying after all that. this guy again. Fortunately, he's not that dangerous anymore. Okay, there's no way they can take that away from us anymore. Probably. So I do need to stop pretty soon, because it's past 10 PM and we've been streaming for over 3 hours. I'm gonna see at least this through to the end though, because I want to have that part explored to the right here. Well, down and then to the right, of course. It might have been wise to use the soul that allows me to walk underwater, but I just wasn't in the mood to switch. I just wanted to get through quickly, as always. It's a bad habit. Okay, finally we are headed in the right direction. Okay. This might be the right opportunity for me to get a Dryad soul. Or maybe not. Well, it was worth a shot anyway. Okay, now to test out that new form. Okay. So how... How? Do we need, like, some space to lead into it? Okay. Oh, of course I need to be able to walk on water. That actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Oh. There we go. Thanks for the tip. What did we just pick up though? Everything, right? Fine suit of armor guaranteed to last forever. It's actually a general loss in terms of other stats, but it is a win in defense. Oh my, a new area? Forbidden area. It is a new area. And it's forbidden at that. Well, let's equip our better souls again. Huh. Whoa. A mud man? It's Mud Man. It's cool that we're still discovering new areas to explore, isn't it? Good music too. Ooh, an area transition that isn't marked by one of the typical doors. Ancient book number 1. Does that mean we have all 3 ancient books now? Or rather, is that all the ancient books? Let's briefly check it out. The first spirit is a demon from Hellfires. The second spirit is the king of bats. The third spirit is a beautiful nightmare. Interesting. I'm not sure what all that means, but I'm sure happy to have found it, at least. Can't avoid the laser beams. Ah. Another plant lady. So many plant ladies here. Look at this skeleton just kind of sitting here. Chilling out. Ooh, is this a ship? Awesome. It also kind of rocks back and forth. This is very cool. I like this. It's kind of hard to tell what's background and what's foreground, though. I guess we need Undyne. No, what's the other one? Skula. Again. A dead end? Nope. Haha. So happy to have found another secret. Is it an ice sword? Claim Soleil. And what does that mean? Oh! It's actually better than what we have. Look at that! I love the little arc, the diagonal movement. It means enemies can't attack from above without getting hit. Awesome. I feel very rewarded for discovering that secret. Yeah, you wanted to attack from above, but what you didn't take into account is that I have a massive sword that hits you diagonally. Best weapon in the game. With a normal mode at least. Nice! It looks cool too. I like it a lot. Money. I guess that's what you'd expect from a treasure chest, but we found it in candles and all sorts of light sources that it feels strange to actually find it in a logical place. This is a long hallway. I wonder where it leads. A chest full of rippers, huh? What a rip-off. Huh. A mimic. I guess that was bound to happen at one point. Joyeuse. I'm guessing that's not as good as what we already have then. Might as well look at what it is anyway. Beautiful sword made out of gold. And that's all it has going for it then. That's a shame. I'm happy I found the best weapon on my own, at least. Feels good. It seems that was all there was to explore here then, at least for now. Mudman! That means our headhunter soul is going to get stronger and stronger yet. Ow. Now, I guess the next order of business is to save all this beautiful progress, and then next time we're going to finish it, maybe? I mean, we're at 97.4%, so chances of finishing are pretty good. Though it depends on what kind of shenanigans they pull at the end. I think it would be smart to have a whole stream put away for that, because you know what happened with the Circle of the Moon. I ended up having to do an extra stream, and that first attempt stream lasted for over 4.5 hours or something. It was quite the miserable experience. I mean, it's a fun boss, but sometimes you gotta just stop and try again later, you know? Instead of beating your head against the wall. It's a dryad, yet it's sitting in water. So isn't it a wet ad? Thanks for coming. Yeah, that really is most of the world explored, isn't it? Just a few more places left to look. We'll check those last few places next time and then head over to Graham and steal some more souls from him just to make him angry. Well, that's really where I should stop it, because my voice is about to explode. Like, imagine losing my voice right before the job interview. So, like I said, I'm not sure when, if and when I'll stream again this week. Because normally I would do Thursday, but I need to leave pretty early on Friday morning. So if we do a Thursday stream, it'll be short, so it might not be very, well, it depends on how close I am to the end. I guess if it was only 2 hours, we could finish the game, but yeah, so I'm not sure yet. So stay updated on my social media, which is at Aryan_design. And I'll probably post about it there, whatever I'm planning to do. So I'm gonna close things off now. Thanks to everyone who visited, including Invader Tech and Lily. As always, your presence is very much appreciated. Thanks to everyone else who visited as well. Let me just make a very secret naughty save state. So yeah, it's been very nice having you here, and I hope you will join me next time as well, whenever that will be. So, before we go, I'm going to send you over to Nash, because he was sick for a little bit, but he's streaming again, and let me see what he's doing exactly. He's playing Dark Souls, the Dark Souls of video games, Dark Souls. So I'm gonna send you over to Nash, who is playing Dark Souls, and if you have the opportunity, say hi to him. If not, no worries. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a good night. I'm gonna start the raid now and then stop the stream a few seconds after. Bye bye.